We're counting down 12 experiences that separated a legendary childhood in the 2000s from everything that came after. From gadgets you begged your parents for, to rituals that ruled your afternoons, to online worlds that felt like secret universes. Each one hit different if you were actually there. Some shaped how you listened to music, others changed how you made friends entirely. Starting at number 12, with a sound you will never forget. In 12th place, dial-up internet meant that going online was an event, not a background habit. The ritual started with the screech and whir of a 56 kilobits per second modem, a sound burned into memory for anyone who grew up in the early 2000s. Every click came with a wait, sometimes a full minute, just to load a single image. Sharing one phone line for both calls and internet meant arguments over who got to use what, and someone picking up a call could knock you offline in an instant. Between 2004 and 2006, broadband adoption doubled, but before that, the slow speed and constant negotiation made every trip online feel precious. These limits shaped an offline-first mindset, where logging in was a scheduled ritual, not a given. In the 11th place, MSN Messenger was the after-school headquarters for an entire generation. The moment the final bell rang, kids would race home, log in, and scan their contacts for green dots. Away messages became a canvas for inside jokes or cryptic lyrics, while status changes could spark a whole round of questions. The nudge feature, shaking a friend's chat window until they replied, was both a blessing and a curse. By the mid-2000s, MSN Messenger counted around 330 million users worldwide, making it the go-to spot for real-time gossip, homework help, and late-night confessions. Microsoft rebranded it as Windows Live Messenger in 2005, but by 2013, the service was shut down for good. For those who lived it, MSN wasn't just a chat app, it was the pulse of daily life. In the 10th place, burning CDs was more than just copying songs. It was a way to build your own soundtrack, one disc at a time. With US CD sales hitting a record 943 million in 2000, nearly every kid had a stack of blank CDRs waiting for the next mix. Sharpie markers turned every disc into a piece of art, and the prized CD binder, sometimes holding up to 300 albums, was a badge of honor in the school hallway. Swapping mixes during lunch or at the bus stop felt like trading pieces of your personality. Before playlists were a click away, these handmade compilations were a statement, a secret language, and a rite of passage for anyone growing up in the pre-streaming world. In the 9th place, the iPod turned music into a personal adventure. When Apple launched the first model in 2001, the promise was simple: 1,000 songs in your pocket. That white click wheel became a kind of secret handshake, spinning through playlists on the bus or in the back seat during family road trips. By 2008, Apple had sold over 150 million iPods, making it the must-have gadget for anyone who wanted their own soundtrack, not just the radio or a stack of CDs. The line officially ended in 2022, but for years, nothing matched the feeling of slipping in earbuds and escaping into a world of your own, one click at a time. In 8th place, nothing felt cooler than snapping open a Motorola Razr. The flip wasn't just for show, it was a whole ritual, from answering calls with a single flick to ending them with a satisfying snap. Launched in 2004, the Razr 5 III sold about 13 million units in its first year, cementing itself as the phone every kid wanted to pull out in the hallway. T9 texting meant you could fire off messages with your thumb, eyes half on the screen, half on your friends. The Razr's slim steel design turned phones into fashion statements, and every ringtone or custom wallpaper was another way to show off. Before apps and touchscreens, the Razr made every call and text feel like a little bit of magic in your pocket. 7th place, peer-to-peer music downloading made every song feel like buried treasure if you were willing to risk your computer to get it. Napster kicked things off in 1999, turning music into a free-for-all until a court order shut it down in 2001. LimeWire picked up the torch, letting anyone grab tracks, albums, or entire discographies with a few clicks, but it came with a price. One wrong download could unleash a virus or flood your screen with pop-ups, and nobody really knew if that file labeled latest hit was legit or malware in disguise. The chaos finally ended in October 2010 when LimeWire was forced offline by a federal injunction. For a generation, though, the thrill of finding new music and the constant fear of wrecking the family PC was just part of growing up online. 6th place, Club Penguin turned after-school downtime into a snowy digital playground. Launched in 2005, this kid-safe world lets you waddle around as a penguin, throw snowballs in the town, or host a party in your own igloo. Puffles, those little colorful pets, became a badge of honor, and every new costume or furniture item felt like a big achievement. Over 200 million accounts were created by 2013, making it the first online community for countless kids. Disney bought Club Penguin in 2007, adding more features and events, but the original version closed in March 2017. For many, it was the first taste of avatar life, safe, silly, and full of shared secrets you could not find anywhere else. In the 5th place, Blockbuster. Friday nights turned movie rental into a weekly event that brought families and friends together. The ritual started with a trip to one of Blockbuster's 9,094 stores at its 2004 peak, where the smell of popcorn and the glow of neon signs set the mood for the weekend. Wandering the aisles, everyone debated which new release to grab, and there was always that quiet anxiety about whether your pick would still be on the shelf. The blue and yellow membership card felt like a ticket to freedom, but late fees could haunt you for weeks. When Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy in September 2010, it marked the end of these communal outings. Before streaming made everything instant and private, Blockbuster was a shared offline ritual that kicked off the weekend for an entire generation. In the 4th place, PictoChat on the Nintendo DS turned every classroom into a secret chat room. With just a stylus and a few quick taps, you could send doodles, inside jokes, or the occasional stick figure masterpiece to anyone in range, no internet required. 4 chat rooms, labeled A through D, let up to 16 kids scribble and laugh together, even if the teacher was only a few desks away. The DS itself exploded onto the scene in 2004, shipping over 1 million units in its first month and instantly becoming a must-have for bus rides and lunch breaks. Getting your DS confiscated for giggling at a badly drawn meme was practically a rite of passage. Before group texts and public profiles, PictoChat made offline messaging feel like a superpower, connecting friends one silly drawing at a time. In the 3rd place, early social media turned teenage bedrooms into digital stages. MySpace let you blast your favorite song the moment someone clicked your profile, and picking your top 8 friends was a public declaration that could start a week-long argument. Custom HTML backgrounds, glittery GIFs, and endless surveys made every page a messy, personal canvas. MySpace hit 115 million active users by 2006, while Friendster and Xanga built their own followings. Xanga especially for those daily, emo-tinged blog posts that felt like open diaries. The thrill was in curating your online self, even if it meant endless hours tweaking your layout or agonizing over which friends made the cut. Before social media became a full-time feed, these platforms made your profile a living snapshot of who you wanted to be. In 2nd place, Halo 2 transformed Saturday nights from quiet living rooms into digital battlegrounds. Released on November 9, 2004, it was not just a game. It was the reason millions of teens signed up for Xbox Live, doubling its user base to nearly 2 million almost overnight. Matchmaking lobbies became the new neighborhood hangout, where friends and rivals teamed up, trash-talked, and chased bragging rights deep into the night. Sleepovers turned into headset marathons, with pizza boxes piling up and every win or loss echoing through the house. When Microsoft finally shut down the original Halo 2 servers in 2010, it felt like the end of an era, a final curtain on the days when online gaming meant more than just competition. It was a place where friendships, rivalries, and memories were forged, one match at a time. And finally, in first place, the last offline childhood stands as the line between two worlds. Before the iPhone landed on June 29, 2007, logging in was a choice, not a constant. By 2013, Pew found that 56% of adults owned a smartphone. Suddenly, being online wasn't just something you did, it was where you lived. Everything before the dial-up waits, the mixed CDs, the chat windows, felt like rituals from a slower, more private era. Looking back, it's clear, if you remember having to log in, you caught the last wave of an offline first childhood before the digital tide swept in for good. Across all 12 entries, one truth stands out. The 2000s gave us a rare blend of offline freedom and digital discovery. We weren't just using tech, we were living through the moment it changed everything. That feeling of finding wonder in the everyday is still what shapes us now.